Before he was called the best artist in Asia, before he painted steel mills in Birmingham or designed seals for Mobile County schools, Roderick D. MacKenzie was just a boy, an orphan in a port city, sketching his way toward greatness. This is the story of Alabama's most cosmopolitan artist, a man who crossed continents, captured empires, and came home to paint the soul of the South. I'm your host, Stu Donald. Let's head to the Delta. Born in London in 1865, MacKenzie arrived in Mobile at age 7. After his mother died, he was placed in Wilmer Hall, an Episcopal orphanage that doubled as a haven for young talent. Wilmer Hall was and is a faith-based nonprofit organization that has been serving children and young adults since 1864. It provides a safe home and programs for individuals affected by poverty, abuse, neglect, and homelessness. The organization was founded as the Church Home for Orphans by Bishop Richard Hooker Wilmer of the Episcopal Diocese of Alabama to care for the victims of the Civil War. The home moved to its current Tudor Revival-style campus on Old Shell Road in 1916, and in 2025, the organization was added to the National Register of Historic Places. At Wilmer Hall, surrounded by the humid beauty of the Gulf Coast, MacKenzie began to draw. His gift was undeniable. By 1884, he'd earned a scholarship to the School of the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, and from there, Paris. At the École des Beaux-Arts and l'Académie Julian, MacKenzie trained alongside Europe's finest. He absorbed classical techniques, romantic composition, and the bold brushwork of the French masters. But MacKenzie didn't stay in Europe for long. He went east to Calcutta. India is where his career exploded, earning praise and adulations. In the 1890s, he painted jungle scenes, royal hunts, and portraits for British colonial elites. His work blended realism with drama, capturing the textures of empire and the mystique of the subcontinent. In 1902, he was commissioned to paint the state entry into Delhi for the coronation of King Edward VII as Emperor of India. That's right, MacKenzie was chosen to immortalize one of the British Empire's most lavish spectacles. He played witness to the end of British rule and the beginning of Indian self-governance, and he documented it on canvas. In India, works from artists of the era are nearly non-existent today. Colonialism was not a period they wanted to remember, so British art was purged from the nation's canon, with the exception of one piece, MacKenzie's masterwork, the 1902 mural, Durbar, the state entry into Delhi. By 1905, Men and Women in India magazine had called him the best artist in Asia. Not bad for a kid who grew up on the Mobile-Tensaw Delta. In 1913, MacKenzie returned to Mobile, but the South he came home to was changing fast. He soon moved to Birmingham, where steel mills roared and smokestacks rose. And instead of painting palaces, he painted industry. Steel, the spirit of the furnaces, is a series of 43 pastel paintings created by MacKenzie that document the steel industry in Birmingham. The acclaimed works were produced in 1921 and 1922, and many are now housed in the collection of the Birmingham Museum of Art. His series of oil pastel illustrations of steel making at the Inslee Works are gritty, glowing, and alive with motion. Running Slag, 1921, is a standout. Molten metal pouring like lava, workers silhouetted against the fire. MacKenzie didn't romanticize labor, he honored it. He captured the heat, the danger, and the pride of Alabama's industrial rise. MacKenzie's impact wasn't just in galleries. He painted murals for the Alabama State Capitol Rotunda in Montgomery. He designed the seal for Murphy High School. He created World War I propaganda art for the U.S. government. During his time in Mobile, MacKenzie operated an art studio at 200 Dolphin Street. This was the same building where Theodore Roosevelt had addressed the citizens of Mobile in 1905. For MacKenzie, it served as both his creative workshop and his place for teaching local pupils like Eugene Walter, Carey Hill, and Genevieve Sutherland, artists who carried his influence into the next generation. The studio was a hub of artistic activity, where MacKenzie created portraits, landscapes, and designs for Mardi Gras parade floats and mystic societies, while also mentoring a new wave of Mobile artists. Sadly, in December 1925, tragedy struck when a fire destroyed the Dolphin Street studio, leading to the loss of many of his paintings, drawings, and personal possessions. MacKenzie believed art should serve the public. It should tell stories, elevate labor, and reflect the soul of a place. His style? A blend of classical training, colonial spectacle, and southern grit. He used bold outlines, dramatic lighting, and textured shading to evoke mood and movement. Whether painting tigers in India or steel workers in Birmingham, MacKenzie made you feel the heat, the sweat, the grandeur. He was a bridge between continents, between classes, between eras. Roderick D. MacKenzie died in 1941, but his work lives on in murals, in archives, and in the visual DNA of Alabama. He showed that art could travel the world and still come home, that an orphan from Mobile could paint emperors and steel mills with equal reverence, and that the South, in all its complexity, deserved to be seen, not just remembered.
Hey y'all, Stu wanted me to ask you, he wanted you to hit the like and subscribe buttons. That's not that hard. It's not like you need a really bendy back for that. Just hit the like and subscribe buttons and we'll all be good.